All right, our warm-up today is simplifying rational expressions, day 5. This first question right here, we got to find out what our common denominators are, and the same thing we have to do with this question right here. So when we're looking at these questions, we want to go ahead and try to factor the bottoms as much as possible and see what's missing on each fraction so we know what we have to multiply by so that we can get our expression simplified. So here, we're looking at the bottom 8 and 6. We can take out a 2. We've got a w and a w squared. So we're going to take out a 2w, giving me 4w minus 3. So what we do is we look and see what's the same. The two w's are the same. We're missing 4w minus 3 over on this side. So I'm going to multiply 4w minus 3 on top and bottom, because what I do to the bottom of a fraction, I must do to the top. So what happens here is that this negative goes to that 3 right there, so we're going to say negative 3 is distributed into those two terms. Now that we know that our common denominator is 2w times 4w minus 3, you can find your restrictions. So I'm just going to write that out. We have 2w, 4w minus 3, and then on top we have 22w plus 11 minus 12w plus 9. That takes care of our top. If we go ahead and combine like terms here, we would get 10w plus 20. So we'll simplify in just a second. We find our restrictions by saying 2w equals 0, 4w minus 3 equals 0, w cannot equal 0, and 3 over 4, solving that 1 and 2 step equation. What I need to do is factor this top one, which I can take a 10 out. That's going to give me 10 times w plus 2. The bottom is still 2w times 4w minus 3. You find out what you can simplify. The 10 and the 2 can cancel to give me a 5. So I'm left with this only. None of the other factors cancel. 5 times w plus 2. And then on the bottom, we have 4w minus 3. Nothing else can simplify. There's my final answer. The next question, we have 8a minus 18 over this factor, or over this polynomial, and we're adding it to 7 over 3a plus 2. What I like about these two questions right here, these two parts, is that this might be a factor of what I'm looking for over here. So if I get to that, that means I might be on the right track. So I'm going to take this 3a, write it out twice. I write it out twice to let me know that I've got to get rid of one of them. So I've got 3a plus plus is going to be plus plus 3a. I'm going to take 3 times 8, which is 24, and find all my factors of 24. 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. So the ones that add up to 14 is going to be positive 12 and a positive 2. But look here, 3a plus 2 is the same here, but this one I can reduce out one of the 3's, which would give me a plus 4, and it would give me 3a plus 2. So 3a plus 2 is the same, it's missing an a plus 4. We're going to multiply it right here. I'm going to use parentheses to remind me that the 7 has to be distributed into that top part right there. So now that I know what my common denominator is, I'm going to go ahead and write that out in factored form, a plus 4, 3a plus 2, and then on top, I've got 8a minus 18 plus 7a plus 28. I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms here. 8 and 7 is 15a. And then I've got 28 minus 18, and that's going to give me 10. So writing it all as a factored form, we can take a 5 out of this one, which leaves me with 3a plus 2. We have a plus 4 over 3a plus 2. Find our restrictions. A cannot equal the opposite of that, which is negative 4. The opposite of this one, which is negative 2 over 3. You go ahead and cancel things out. 3a plus 2 cancels. And I'm left with 5 over a plus 4. That takes care of our warm-up for today, which takes care of greatest common factor on top, factoring on the bottom, factoring with a polynomial that has something other than 1 right there, doing greatest common factors all over the place, and combining together to get our final answer.